This situation with Dr. Cerina Fairfax having her life stolen by a man who took vows to love and protect her. I have been just looking at things across social media today, and I need y'all to know, not only is that black man who killed that woman completely at fault, the hunger to find some sort of mental health reason to assuage him for how calculated this has been, of this man continuing to engage in ridiculous behavior over the last 4 years. One of them being lying that Dr. Fairfax had assaulted him, and the only way that she was able to get it kicked out was that she had installed cameras in her home. So it's interesting that I'm seeing people make posts saying, oh my God, I can't, imagine if you had been falsely accused and la 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 la. He took the money from his child's extracurricular activities, bought a gun in 2022. She didn't file for divorce immediately. This was years and years and years and years. Y'all can't describe yourself as leaders and the people that folks are supposed to follow. And when shit gets hard, your leadership disintegrates. Furthermore, I'm not G'ing for this whole, he might have been going through something, but he was calculated enough. If he could not have those kids, even though he was not in the position to take care of them kids, if he could not have those kids, no one was going to have those kids. Why don't you just kill yourself? Why do you kill the person who put the false allegations on you? What did Cerina do to you? But raise your children and put up with you, nigga. And I have to sit on this overnight, but Roland Martin is wrong as 3 left feet. There is nothing that should be said publicly with the size of platform some of these people have that does nothing, that doesn't say anything other than this woman's life was taken and how do we make sure these children are taken care of. His show tonight should have been a telethon to raise money for those babies. That's what his show should have been about tonight. His show should have been about, he could have had a roundtable of black men talking about thus far, and it's April, there's 3 huge situations where black men have killed their wives. He could have had a roundtable discussion about that and raise funds for the children. But he didn't. Now, the whole frat thing, y'all know how the kids give it up. God bless the children, may the children be blessed. Those niggas, too, should be figuring out how to stand in the gap for their frat. But the eulogies, like, we don't understand it enough. It's too documented. It's too documented. And every time, there's another reason why when people are like this and the third, my brain has never worked like this. I can't fathom the shit I'm seeing black men say online. It doesn't resonate with me. Furthermore, when I get into the comment sections, the number of black women, and it's black women of a certain age, the aunties are failing today. Oh, you just never know what a black man is going through. Well, what the fuck you think this black woman was going through? Running a dental practice, your husband's a lieutenant governor, out here cutting up, having to make sure your children are well and you maintaining your business. He ain't got no job, so who you think been taking care of everything? And then this nigga kills you? What the fuck are we really doing here? We're failing. When it's time to have these real conversations, and these niggas, this also the most one I sit with, well, it's a woman's fault because she be with Pookie and Ray Ray. Okay. It's a woman's fault when she stayed. But she ain't with Pookie and Ray Ray. She was with a nigga who was lieutenant governor. She puts the paperwork in place to take care of her children. She leaves. She doesn't disparage them publicly. I've never seen any statements from this woman. And you still end up dead. Oh, because June is Black Men's Mental Health Month. This is some bullshit. And it's disgusting to watch across platforms. I can't even get into Tina Campbell and that ragamuffin she was married to. But I could not let the day go by without saying that Dr. Cerina Fairfax had her life stolen by the person who promised to take care of her and watch over her and protect her for the rest of her life. And it seems as though, even in the midst of separating from him, she did her best. And now they have 2 children who are orphans. And I listened to the tape of the son finding his mama. On top of all this, I'm just like, so what do y'all think these kids, like, the father, you can look at him, see he a bitch ass nigga. The father, it's like, okay, so what happened? Like, how do you think your son goes through the rest of his life? What is on their legacy now? But you too pussy to stick around and see it. It's wild. This murder-suicide shit is crazy to me. It's the most narcissistic, pussy-ass shit a nigga ever do. I don't have the capacity to have grace for that. Because you a hoe-ass nigga. And you left your children as orphans. You didn't even have the good enough nerve to go get a life insurance policy and step in front of a city bus. Bitch-ass nigga.
I'm seeing people post smiling photos of Justin Fairfax, but barely say the name of the woman he unalived. Let's fix that. I need to say this very clearly because the internet is already starting to rewrite this story. Justin Fairfax murdered his wife, Dr. Cerina Fairfax, and then he unalived himself. So their children were in the home when this happened. And what I'm seeing online, particularly on Threads, is people that probably were associated with him or friends with him posting smiling pictures of him, sharing memories, talking about who they think he was. Where's that same energy for Dr. Cerina Fairfax? Because she was a dentist. She was a mother. She was a professional who served her community. And as someone in healthcare, I need you to understand this pattern. When violence happens, people rush to humanize the person who caused it. They talk about stress. They talk about reputation. They talk about this wasn't who he was. But accountability does not get erased because someone had good moments. When you center him and not her, you erase her. You minimize what happened. You rewrite the narrative. And that matters, especially for those children, especially for anyone watching who has experienced harm and is being told to stay quiet to protect someone else's image. You can acknowledge someone's life, but you cannot ignore what they did. Say her name, Dr. Cerina Fairfax.
The murder of Cerina Fairfax is really sticking with me. I have watched over the past few years a growing, I don't even want to call it a phenomenon. I don't even know what to call it. But it's basically behavior from men where they call any behavior from women, calling out harm, hurt, abuse, the experiences they have with men writ large as gender wars. They also describe it as women not taking accountability for their behavior. They have galvanized with each other in an attempt to humanize each other. And the way that they do that is to minimize the experiences of women and the things that women are saying. They try to dispute, they try to push all of what's happening back onto us. And that is happening as I continue to see and observe the data that shows that men are still increasingly harmful to women. We have 2 women in short order have their husbands take them out. This is the mayor of the mayor in Florida, and this is now this woman being taken out by her husband in the house with her children. And then I observe the fact that women have to cry out to say, can we remember that there are women that exist in this situation? So today I'm seeing Ben Crump, I'm seeing, this other guy on Threads, like saying, oh, this is my frat brother. It is so sad that this happened, as if the this happened isn't the actual guy he's humanizing, taking out his wife and himself. This encapsulates as a microcosm of what I've observed happening, right? Things are happening to women, and in an effort to continue to humanize men so that they therefore humanize themselves, because for some reason I don't understand why it is that men are unable to say, this thing is happening, it doesn't mean that it's me, It doesn't mean that it's every man, but we can still speak out and support women outwardly. There's something about, I don't know why it is that men seem to feel like if they call out other men, they are somehow against men as a whole. Even as they say, when we talk about men, we should talk about the men who do something wrong. They somehow feel like when we talk about the men who do something wrong, we're talking about all of them. It's just a weird conundrum that I really can't square. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just deeply bothered, deeply bothered by seeing the growth of antagonistic, spiteful, harmful, hurtful behavior amongst Black men towards Black women. And even as that is increasing, when women speak out about it, we are told we're trying to have gender wars. We're told we're misandrist. We're told, and really all women are trying to do is literally avoid men. We're not trying to harm y'all. We are literally at this point just like, okay, maybe we just avoid y'all altogether. It's easier. And even that we can't do in peace. Like, we can't win. We can't get y'all support. We can't get y'all to defend. All that is expected of us is to pretend like the things that we're observing, the things that we're seeing, the things that we've experienced didn't happen. And that's so unfair to us.